Hi, I'm Jody Mayeux. Welcome back. This one's on the third position of the A minor pentatonic scale. So this next video I want to give to you is on the third position of the A minor pentatonic scale. It's going to actually start off on the 10th fret. Again, like in the last video, I'm going to give you what the book says we should use for the finger pattern. Then I'm going to give you the patterns that the rockers usually play with on the stage, which makes it a little faster. 10, 12, that's middle to pinky. Then middle pinky again on the 5th string, that's 10, 12. Again on the same 4th string, same thing. 10, 12, that's middle to pinky. Then on the index, 9th fret to the pinky on the 3rd string. Then on the 2nd string, scooting over, this is where the transition is, to the 10th fret on the 2nd string, over to the 13th fret with your pinky. Then on the 1st string, that's 10 to 12, and that's index to ring. Now that's what the book tells me I should be teaching you, but what most rockers wind up doing is something a lot more simpler than that. Because if you watch a lot of rock and roll guys, they like to use between the index and the ring finger a lot. So it's playing that same scale pattern using those fingers. I have index to ring, index ring, index ring. When I get down to the 3rd string, I kind of scoot back to the index finger on the 9th fret, and then over to the 12th fret with a ring finger. Then here's that transition again on the 2nd string going from the 10 to the 13, and on the bottom using those same finger patterns. So basically you're playing that same scale, just using the index and the ring finger throughout the whole pattern. Such as that. A lot of times in our videos we've been doing, I've been giving you some 4-note increment little patterns where you can sit there and keep repeating them over and over. So if that's the case, one thing that you want to do is you want to sit there, and I encourage you to create your own patterns using those 4-note increments. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, but I want you to take it a step further and see how intricate you can get with it. It doesn't have to always be in 4s, but a lot of music is in full 4 timing, so it makes it a little easier just to keep repeating in 4s to get your timing down pat with a simple rock and roll groove. The more that you get intricate with it, the more expensive the timing can feel, because you can put more notes per measure. And I'm not going to get much into this today, but I'm looking at more just plain old quarter notes and not 16ths or 8 notes even, just simple quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing. So on the bottom end of this guitar, I'm going to play the 2nd string at the 10th fret and go to 13. And then on the 1st string, I'm going to go 10 and 12. That's the little area I want to dwell in. Good little riff to get started. There it is in hammer-ons. Picking. Okay. A lot of players that I see using this scale, if you notice when we started this scale pattern, the first or the top 3 strings, the 6, 5, and the 4 strings are all in the same frets, meaning 8, 10, or 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12. This is an easy pattern or an easy area to dwell on the scale, such as a riff, something like that. But the riff I actually want to play, our second riff on this, is going to be, again, only in 4 notes. And I'm going to do it backwards. I'm starting on the 4th string at the 12th fret. I'm going to do a pull-off. Then I'm going to go up a string to the 5th string and do a pull-off from 12 into 10 there. So there's our riff. So the first riff, second riff. Okay, as another riff, I want to try to do something a little more intricate, like bending a note like we did in our first lesson. I'm going to do something real bluesy and something simple like that. I am on the 3rd string on the 12th fret, bending that note up, and I'm hitting the A root on the next string, which is the 10th fret on the 2nd string. Then over to the 13th fret on the 2nd string. So our note here, instead of doing 4 notes, we're doing 3. Every now and then you'll catch me as I'm playing this. I give you a finger pattern, but sometimes to get your speed down, you might have to change your finger pattern or alter your finger pattern a little bit to get your speed down. Notice when I started that off, I was using my ring finger. But as it progressed, as I got a little faster, I started using the middle finger to do my bend with, just because it was easier to grab that 13th fret with the ring finger. As I said, I gave you the finger pattern in the beginning that the book says I should give you. But rock players don't do that. They're always constantly changing their finger patterns. The biggest thing is to know your scale pattern. The last lick I'm going to give you is another double stop pattern like we did similar to our last video, where we play 2 notes at one time. I'm going to play the 4th and 5th strings together, 4th and 5th. And I'm going to do a slide from the 10th fret into the 12th fret. And then I'm going to end that by coming up to the 12th fret and 13th or 10th fret on the 6th string. So I got, so again, that's 10th fret using the 4th and 5th strings, sliding into the 12 and ending at the 6th string, 12th fret, and last final note is at the 10th fret. Such as something like that. Those are little ditties that I'm coming up with off the top of my head just using those scale patterns. Feel free to connect and play your scales however you feel. But it doesn't hurt ever to have somebody give you a reference to get you started on that, how these pieces are created. Because nobody starts off ever just creating riffs off the top of their head without understanding their scale, period. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks. That pattern should look something like this. My bad. Let me start all of that again because I got one of my patterns confused. Okay, starting the whole video over.